Yes, Verdiana Paolucci for Cinematographe.
Hi.
Okay, hi Jake, and congratulations for the film that I really enjoyed.
Oh, thank you.
This is your first time in the MCU. So how did you get involved in the project?
So it is, I suppose, technically my second time in the MCU, even though it's my friend John, who was my roommate in college, directs all of the Spider-Man movies. And on Homecoming, I actually directed second unit on the LA portion of the shoot just for a couple weeks. So I got to know the Marvel guys through that and through John over the years. And I think that really helped just kind of understand exactly sort of how this world works and how open and collaborative, Kevin and everyone there actually are, and how much they want you to come in and bring a take on the story and really push things forward. And one thing that I always really appreciated about the experience is it just, Kevin never stops trying to make it better. You always come in and you present either your draft or your edit or your concept art, and it's like, this is good, some good things in here, some things we can improve. Let's talk about what can be improved. And that process never really stops. And I mean, we finished the movie maybe 2.5 weeks ago, and we were improving it right up until the last moment. So I really kind of enjoyed that working experience.
Okay. This group of Thunderbolts has always been your first choice, or did you think of bringing other superheroes in the story?
I think, the team was pretty set from the time I came on. And I think more than anything, if you could ever get a chance to work with this group of actors, I mean, you would take it in an instant and you would never want to replace any of them. So, yeah, I think mostly, most of our discussions, it was much less about who should be on the team and more with this group of people, how to define new arcs and new conflicts and places for those characters to go that felt fresh and original.
Okay. I think Thunderbolts are different from the Avengers in their way of being more outsiders, outlaws, but in the end, everyone shows their humanity. And I think this is what makes them special. How do you expect the audience to welcome this new group?
I think if you spend some time with them, I think you'll let them in your homes. I think I think they're a wonderful group of actors again, and also, yeah, that was really what the movie was about, was building that sense of camaraderie. And I think like when you really think back on all the great movies in the MCU, for me at least, it's much less about power sets and the kind of outward abilities that the characters have, and more this incredible legacy of all these great actors that have come through here and built these relationships and have put so much heart into these movies. And I think on a core level, like, we really wanted to find that same heart in our movie, obviously with a different set of characters and a different way to get there, and really figure out why in this story, while they might not seem like the most obvious choice in normal circumstances, they really were the exact right fit for this particular conflict.
Okay, one last question. Obviously, this is the MCU, so everything is connected to another. And I think we haven't seen the last of Sentry. So it's almost logical to assume that this character will be back in the future, maybe in Doomsday.
Well, he got a chair, so I know as much as you do, but he definitely had a chair in the video. Yeah, I think I'm just so grateful and amazed at what Lewis was able to do with this character. It's such a fun character to play because it is so layered, obviously, but also extremely difficult. And we would have conversations every weekend about each of the lines in the coming scene and which side of the character it felt like they connected most to. And I think to have a character like that, who is so powerful, but also so complicated and so warm and human, and who you come to care about, to have that around in the story, I mean, that feels like a wonderful thing, but also a delicate thing to return to if that's where people decide to take it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much.